My name is Crypto Bitcoin Chris. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is all entirely my own opinion. Always do your own research. Want to thank everybody that's picked up the Ledger Nano S hardware wallets. Links in the description to the factory. Definitely supports the channel. Jumping right into the market. So it's been pretty much a red day most of the day. I thought Bitcoin possibly could move higher towards 6,500. Recently, that it pulled back a little bit, but then it bounced, right back at about 61.71 right now. Overall market cap of cryptocurrencies at $248 billion. So real quick, I want to play this CNBC video. There's quite a few stories coming out about this, and instead of going through these stories, I thought it'd be better just to watch the video. Let me play this for you.
He considers himself a bull. Spencer Bogart is partner at Blockchain Capital. He joins us from San Francisco. Spencer, it's great to speak with you.
Thanks so much for having me.
So this pressure that you're forecasting, this all has to do with redemptions?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm super bullish on crypto right now, but does that mean that I think that things can't go lower? It doesn't, right? So I think the prices are pretty good right now if I was looking to go and buy something like Bitcoin, right? And we can talk about some of the reasons there. But specifically why prices might go lower, we're talking about a fund redemption cycle. So if we go back to the summer of 2017 when crypto prices were booming, there was about 100, 200, maybe 300 new crypto hedge funds that were formed, right? And so in the summer of 2017, we have the formation of all of these funds. Well, now here in the summer of 2018, a lot of them are hitting the end of their 1-year lockup. That means that the LPs in those funds are now looking at a down 50% year, and they're saying, hey, I want to redeem out of that fund. That means forced selling on behalf of all of these new crypto funds that have popped up. So I think that could take prices artificially lower. But again, I think that the price of something like Bitcoin is very attractive at these levels.
When you say artificially lower, that's based on what? That implies that right here it's fairly valued. And how would you come up with a fairly valued number for any cryptocurrency?
Well, let's be fair. A lot of the coins, I think, especially in the long tail of these coins, a lot of the ICOs that we've seen over the past year are still very overvalued. But when I look at something like Bitcoin, I'm very, very constructive. And that's because it has the mind share, right? Most people know about it. It has the distribution. So if we think about all of the countries around the world, almost every major country has a fiat on-ramp where people can use their US dollars, their British pounds to go ahead and buy some Bitcoin. Right? And no other coin has that kind of distribution. In addition, Bitcoin is also the safest from a regulatory perspective. So while we're not sure of which coins might be declared securities by the SEC, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only ones that are on the safe side of that fence right now. Right? And then lastly, I think Bitcoin is the only one that's demonstrated its real use case and traction. Right? So if you think about Bitcoin's ability to move value around the world and to store it, it's actually happening today. People are using it for that exact purpose. It's not like people are hearing about how Uber is going to change transportation and they haven't seen it yet. No, people are riding in the cars today with Bitcoin.
Here's what I think a lot of people are having trouble with, Spencer, in terms of the Bitcoin bulls coming on and saying long term it's a value, et cetera, is that, you just cited examples as to how Bitcoin is proving its use case. We're seeing the number of transactions presumably increase right over this time. So people are using cryptocurrencies. There are many projects and businesses being built on the blockchain, many established companies using the blockchain. But while all this adoption is taking place using the blockchain technology, we're seeing cryptocurrencies as a whole in this prolonged correction. So at what point can we say that blockchain and crypto, they are two separate entities, and you know what? Maybe some people are right that you can believe in blockchain but not necessarily believe in cryptocurrency.
Sure, so that's fine. And we certainly invest our capital to make sure that we have investments on both sides of that table. But overall, I'd say that's a thesis that largely is derived in kind of 2016. And so far, we've never seen a private blockchain that does not have a cryptocurrency attached to it actually function. So, it remains to be seen on that front. And the other side is, again, just Bitcoin prices are a little bit, I think there's a little bit more selling pressure than there otherwise would be.
So you're not buying this dip, Spencer? You're going to wait over the next 200 days or so for a better entry point?
I don't think that trying to hit the very bottom is a good strategy. I think that most people that are going to wait for lower prices will end up paying higher prices than they are today. So I think the right move is to not try and time the market and average into it. And that's exactly what I'm doing.
All right.
Okay, so again, this is mainstream media. Important to this guy here is obviously bullish on specifically Bitcoin, so he didn't get a lot of love to the altcoins. Last night in the patron group, we were just kind of talking, how a lot of big corporations are coming out and they'll, Walmart, they're forming their own blockchain in order to handle specific tasks that they need to handle. How does that affect cryptocurrency? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that in the comment box. There's a lot of uncertainty in this market right now. I do believe we'll move lower, but again, keep in mind that this space, everybody knows the future is cryptocurrency. So this is pretty big news. People's Bank of China files a patent for digital currency wallet. Unfortunately, it's not just a general digital currency wallet, but it's specific to cryptos that they want to develop. And that's kind of what this article alludes to. So the Digital Currency Research Lab at the People's Bank of China has filed a new patent this week for a digital wallet that will allow users to track their transaction histories. The new patent outlines how the proposed digital wallet could be used to track transaction data in coordination with centralized digital currency issuance registry agency. Transactions queries would yield results including the digital currency type, amount, source, currency, as well as identification of the source and destination wallets. Again, the governor of the People's Bank of China has suggested that digital currencies will ultimately diminish cash circulation and are technologically inevitable. So again, the PBOC has revealed that the new blockchain-powered system with smart contract functionality has been designed to tokenize paper checks. So in 2017, China, keep this in mind, when you think about China's got a ban on crypto, they as a whole have reported to have filed more blockchain tech patents than any other country in the world with the World Intellectual Property Organization. So one little thing like China open up its doors to crypto and completely the game changes. Bitcoin to soar as major bank says European cryptocurrency uptake could double. So Bitcoin got an unexpected boost today from the research from ING Bank that found cryptocurrencies are slowly moving towards public acceptance, with over a third of the respondents surprising economists by claiming that crypto is the future of spending online. So a major Dutch bank has sent the crypto community a much needed boost, finding that the general public is more receptive than otherwise thought. Using digital currency spending online. The bank found an unexpected appetite for the technology, with 66% of the people in Europe claiming to have heard of cryptocurrency. Just under 1 in 10, about 9%, own it, with an additional 16% say they expect to own it in the future. Again, the key here to take from this is we're in this early, so don't really get stressed out about your portfolio valuations right now. This is market trends, just like look at 2014, everything. It's just part of these down cycles, just part of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is famous for amazing swings in price, and part of that is just long corrections, long points where, Bitcoin is moving sideways. So just be patient in crypto. This is an article, Bitcoin Circle records a 30% spike in new institutional clients in May. So many industry professionals have claimed for months to have seen evidence that institutional investors are preparing to enter the cryptocurrency markets in a major way. And again, I've read your comments on this, and a lot of people are frustrated right now. You've been talking about this, people have been talking about this institutional money, and again, it's not going to happen overnight. People are going to want to, put a toe in the water, kind of test the waters, moving really slow. Basically, the oracles are foretelling that this event of the institutional investors coming in would break the backs of bears and propel the Bitcoin price towards a new all-time high, perhaps even by mid-year. However, months dragged on, Bitcoin price continued to plunge, and yet the long-fabled advent of institutional messiahs never arrived. So Circle CEO said that his firm's institutional trading desk, Circle Trade, experienced a 30% increase in new institutional clients in May, even as the Bitcoin price plunged with inside of its year-to-date low. So a lot of folks on the institutional side are onboarding. They're getting their ducks in a row. They're getting everything situated. Circle identified the lack of an electronic trading interface as one hindrance to more institutional activity on OTC cryptocurrency platforms. So again, the infrastructure needs more time for development. What goodies can cryptocurrency enjoy after IMS backing? So a few weeks back, the International Monetary Fund, in a tweet, heaped praises for cryptocurrencies on how they could be of help to some of the current problems in the financial sector that's being experienced. So the endorsement may not seem like much to many people, but it's very vital for the crypto world, provided the roles the IMF plays in the world of finance. The IMF monitors economic and financial advancements, as well as the preparation of strategy guidance aimed particularly at crisis prevention. Although the post did not name any cryptocurrency, it tagged 3 of them, being Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Ripple, for instance, has been a familiar coin to the IMF, as it was recently mentioned in one of the IMF's publications as a perfect solution that could improve efficiency in the world of finance. Facebook reverses its crypto ad ban. So this is probably one of the bigger stories today. There's basically stating there's clearly too much ad revenue potential to ignore. Facebook today, they announced it's reversing the crypto ad ban effective immediately. Company says it will allow ads and related content from pre-approved advisors, but will not allow ads promoting binary options and initial coin offerings. So they admitted that banning all crypto was a broad change, and the company said its new policy would improve the integrity and security of the ads and make it harder for scammers to profit from the presence on Facebook. If you've been on Facebook lately, it's still a disaster. You've got all these fake users, and they're just advertising a bunch of garbage. It's making advertisers go through an application process to determine their eligibility. Facebook will ask advisors to include their application details, like what licenses they've obtained, whether they're a publicly traded company, other relevant background information regarding their business. Big news out of India. So India reverses a stance on crypto and plans new regulatory regime. Secretary of India's Department of Economic Affairs at the Ministry of Finance told reporters this week that draft regulations have been put together for a framework for the use of digital currencies. So Indian authorities have been undecided about the future of crypto, and these long-awaited regulations follow the country's Supreme Court decision to review a petition against the Reserve Bank of India's ban on crypto earlier this year. So there's a bunch of protests going on in the crypto community in India that put pressure on the government to reverse the ruling, as many believe the central bank did not provide any reasons for the imposed restrictions. Also indicated that the new rules would introduce regulation for exchanges in India and implement legal requirements for know your customer procedures and record keeping for transactions. And what's really amazing is a new regulatory framework for cryptos is likely to be presented in the first half of July. So they're trying to get this done quick. Congress, I read this, and I'll tell you in just a second. Congress advances bill to study crypto use in drug and sex trafficking. House passed the bill unanimously, according to its author. The bill now moves to Congress's upper chamber, the Senate, though it's unclear how the measure will proceed there or if the U.S. President Donald Trump will sign the bill. You know, and I just think about, how many cash studies do they have to compare this to? I'm sure a bunch, but it's just like, I think crypto needs to get as far away from this garbage as possible. But it'll always kind of be in the back burner because it, definitely is a reality of any type of monetary transfers. So BitPico, a group of Bitcoin developers, miners in Wales, they've previously stress tested the Lightning Network. They have begun attacking altcoin Bitcoin Cash. So the Bitcoin Cash attack has been started. In a series of tweets beginning June the 22nd, the group, whose members' identities remain unclear, declared that they would have tested Lightning's mainnet implementation for rigidity via a coordinated attack. It would do the same to test the Bitcoin Cash network, this time using a 51% attack. So the Bitcoin Cash attack has been started. It will continue to run as we work to amplify it over the coming months. We expect to have 5,000 Bitcoin Cash attack nodes in roughly 6 weeks, and then we will multi-fork the chain, and Roger Ver will now cry. So BitPico, they're formerly, they had a reputation for being champions of the Bitcoin network scaling solution, SegWit2x. But if you remember SegWit2x, they tried to implement the fork and really didn't. They basically failed. And then they went silent and they kind of disappeared. Then they came out and did the Pro Lightning capacity. Basically, they worked on the Lightning network in March. So they're no longer retired from Bitcoin. They just needed a break. We're bullish and working on the Lightning network. They don't think Bitcoin Cash people understand how easy it is to bring down their network. Despite receiving death threats along with a barrage of scorn from Bitcoin Cash supporters, the plans continue to break Bitcoin Cash using a 51% attack. They want to hard fork the network into a BitPico Cash. There's quite a bit of information on this I found, but there was an interview and they were asking the motives behind attacking Bitcoin Cash, and to which BitPico said there's a stress test to validate the integrity, and they were doing so on the behalf of its investors. They want the primary rule of all decentralized computer networks is it should be robust enough to withstand the attack. BitPico thinks that Bitcoin Cash has not been through enough tests to provide its investors a certain degree of confidence. They give an example as Skype is a perfect example of a decentralized computer network that was reverse engineered, attacked, and subsequently 3 individuals collapsed all 100,000 backup supernodes, leading to a full centralization of the protocol to Microsoft's data center. This is Cryptonomy is a premier social network for crypto enthusiasts. I feel like there's a lot of, Binance is kind of getting into this like new wallet app, news related type Android and iOS platform. So Cryptonomy, it's a social network designed to allow users to delve into the world of crypto and blockchain technologies, exploring topics such as coins and tokens, ICOs, wallets, exchanges, and more. The Cryptonomy platform is a community integration. Not only does this allow users to directly communicate through comments and forum discussion, moreover, it allows for reputation-based crowdsourcing. In turn, this uses a combination of AI and user interaction to determine how legitimate a news source is. So fake news would seemingly be abolished and the crypto community remains FUD-free. It's like a FUD-free guarantee. So something to definitely check out, Cryptonomy. So this is actually big news for Binance. I'm definitely bullish on Binance, on BNB token long term. The reason why, and this is really a good reason to look at BNB. So basically, CZ came out. So it seems that Binance's popularity is growing, and not for their exchange and the competitions this time. In fact, their Binance coin helps them make friends among their very competitors. So CZ stated, a few exchanges listed BNB without our involvement whatsoever. They want to attract our users. Smart move. Large targeted user base. It also is validation for BNB. Focus on product. Exchanges we have to list good coins. So basically he said it's far better than him having to shill the coin in his tweets. So again, you've got BNB tokens listed on about 9 different exchanges now. And I've actually on Twitter, I've got a list of those exchanges. If you want to check me out on Twitter, crypto BTC_Chris. This is real quick an article. If you can't beat them, join them. So Bitcoin is hiring regulators. So while everyone is looking for an indication that institutional money is about to flood into Bitcoin and revive the market, we just got another confirmation that crypto has indeed entered the big leagues. Companies in the industry are now putting former regulators on their payroll. It's common for Wall Street megabanks, government-supported telecom monopolies, and competition-stifling tech giants and the like. So again, they're hiring these regulators to kind of know what to look for. This is the coinoffering.com, they have a social tracker. It gives a list of the top 20 most popular cryptocurrencies based on Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and Reddit. You got Bitcoin number 1, Ripple number 2, Binance Coin at 3, Ethereum comes in at 4, Litecoin, Monero, Neo, Tron, Dash, Stellar, EOS, IOTA, NEM, Cardano, Qtum, VeChain, Bitcoin Cash, Referium, I don't even know what that is. I got to check it out. Ethereum Classic. Tether is number 20. So you know when Tether's got 25,000 followers, the market is maybe not in the best shape. Korean crypto exchange trashes $650,000 by leaking users' private keys. A mainstream media outlet in South Korea reported that BitCoex, a small crypto exchange in the country, they released $650,000 worth of user data in a chat group. So there was an employee, the small crypto exchange that targets a niche market in the local crypto sector, for reasons that still remain unknown, released user information such as private and public keys, amount held in accounts, and the name of the account owner. The exchange did not bother to move existing funds out of the vulnerable wallets to a cold storage. They promised users that they had integrated a security system that's on par with leading financial institutions in a traditional finance system. To sum it up, there is no solution for stupidity. Be careful. Some of these small exchanges apparently don't care. So yesterday, Binance, or last night, Binance went down and they were doing some maintenance. And this was a news article that came out stating Binance Crypto Exchange issues a risk warning, keeps trading and withdrawals suspended. So due to a warning from pre-trade check in our risk management system, we will postpone the start of trading and withdrawals. Please stay tuned for more information regarding the reopening of trading and withdrawals. We apologize for any inconvenience and thank you for your patience. It's good to see Binance taking these precautions. Lastly, I've got a patron who is huge. He's actually a former ball player, and he is huge on Nangecoin. So I wanted to just kind of give him a shout out and talk about the coin real fast. So Nangecoin is a sports lovers token for baseball in particular that is rarely seen internationally. Nangecoin is born from the fan community. The Nangecoin, they plan to build a system for ease of donation to players and organizations that are struggling financially, such as certain sports with less structured support, domestic and regional sports club. Additionally, we hope that in the future, these donations can be used to vote on how to manage the actual sports team within the community. So Nangecoin management team possesses 10% of the total supply of the token. The benefits to this being transparency as well as protection from the market collapse in the event of managers selling off their tokens. So the roadmap real fast. 2018, 2019, they're listing on major overseas exchanges, increasing the value of the Nangecoins. Then it goes down for Nangecoin's value, support for sports business using Nangecoin through sponsorship, advertisement of sports business, realize donation functions to the individual player. Nangecoin's transaction will list on overseas exchanges using 60% of the total published for preseason game. One began selling from 1 Satoshi. We have no plan regarding listing without BTC. So it gives you their list of teams. If you want, it's nangecoin.com. If you want to check it out, you can also find the white paper, their wallet, which is available on iOS or Android. And they're also listed on HitBTC and coinexchange.io. This gentleman in the patron group is looking at bringing it from Japan. He's actually in contact with the team in Asia, and he really wants to. He's got a lot of connections in baseball. He's really hyped and excited about this coin. It's only 28 Satoshis, and on a day when most coins are down, it's actually up 1.39%. So he actually lives up north in the United States, and he actually went to a gaming or an esports. It's also being used in esports as a way to basically transfer of wealth or transfer of money to the players in the esports atmosphere. So definitely a lot of things going on with this coin, and I just wanted to mention it. My name is Crypto Bitcoin Chris. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. Have a great day.